On our video yesterday, we covered the first 6 or so hours of Pass 7 opening in the All Imperium KVK. Now in this video, we are going to pick up from hour number 12 since Pass opened. So for 12 hours, 1875 has managed to hold strong and we haven't managed to take the pass. So in this video, we are going to cover the 1365 push into 1875 and the highlights from the 24-hour period that this video covers. We will be checking out what else is happening throughout the map and also look at some rally and garrison reports and try to talk about when is which rally being used and when is which garrison being used and how are they performing. So starting off with the rally on the pass. Initially, there was a Jadwiga and YSS garrisons from the moment they took it, and we have been trying to rally with few different combinations. So that included Pakal and Harald, that included, for once, I think we tried an Archer rally as well, but mostly it has been XY and Nevsky. With the Pakal Harald rally tanking, the XY and Nevsky was doing decent damage. But the Jadwiga was holding strong until we introduced an Attila Takeda rally. Yes, Attila Takeda still kind of works. So at one stage we had one Attila Takeda and one Pakal and Harald rally. The Attila Takeda was tanking. Now in this situation, they had to switch the Jadwiga to a Zenobia and YSS. Now once the Zenobia and YSS came in, we switched our rallies as well and we had two Bertrand and Nevsky rallies on the pass. Now whilst we were doing that, finally we managed to get through to the pass. Now my marchers are not ready at this stage to do open field fighting. I'm not using extensions because I was just planning to fill the rallies for a while, but then the king buff comes in and we have the pass, so we obviously have to move out and try to take part in the action. So in the next refresh we will probably be able to get it done. Now most part of this video is either playing at 4x or 8x, and because of the high speed, the volume kind of goes, the game volume kind of goes funny. That's why I'm using music rather than the game volume. Now let's have a look at this hour-and-a-half long rally. This was the tanking rally and let's see how it fared. Now keep in mind that this is a part of a double rally, so even though it got positive trades, that's mostly because it was a double rally, but then at the same time we should mention that there were multiple counter rallies coming in throughout as well. So by the time the report generated, the report expired as well for some reason, so you can't really see the troop buffs. But then as soon as we got into the enemy territory, you can see that there are random small cities that are not on the proper territory, so they're getting swarmed, and we started rallying the Alliance Fortress, the closest one that we had access to as well. Now up until this point, 1875 was doing great, holding back 1365, double rallies on the pass for 12 hours is a great achievement. Now when we got in, 1875 didn't really give up. They actually defended the fort for a very long time as well. Now as we have the pass, we are looking out for cities here and there that are not on Alliance territory, so there's going to be few city rallies going on as well. But firstly, let's have a look at the second rally from Donkey that was hitting the pass. So that had good trades as well, but then again, obviously it's a second rally, so it will have good trades. Now I would have to say that Bertrand Nevsky was the eventual winner against that pass that had held for 12 hours. Now there's a bit more to it as well. There's a possibility that 1875, after 12 hours, the reinforcements were running a little bit dry. That may have helped as well. Now you're looking at the report from the fort rally. This is even trades. We didn't have as many reinforcements as we should have had around the fort, and that's partially due to how many city rallies we have going on, and a lot of cav marches are committed to it. So as you can see, every single one of them are city rallies. There's probably 10 to 12 rallies that were going on at the same time. So let's have a look at few of them. So quite a lot of people, as much as the pass fighting was going on, surprisingly quite a lot of people were off territory, not bubbled. Now at this stage I had so many rallies to look at, I wasn't even too sure which one I should be looking at, the city rallies or not, but then you kind of have to keep the fort rally up. So I'm kind of dedicating there. Now here's something to talk about: a Nevsky XY and Nevsky rally on a city far away. In a way, I feel like an Attila Takeda may have been a better option when we are rallying much farther away, because you can't be swarmed down as easily. Now, speaking of getting swarmed down, our XY and Nevsky rally is not getting swarmed down, but still not doing that great. It's again almost even trades against a Zenobia and XY. So clearly 1875 hasn't given up as much as we have taken the pass. They're committed to defending it pretty strong. Now let's look at the troop buffs. Now, as much as I look at the troops buff for most of the reports, have to say most of these people in this All Imperium KVK rallying or garrisoning, they are most likely going to have very high buffs through their equipment and crystal tech and everything that comes with it. So we continued rallying the fort day and night, in-game day and night, for hours and hours, mostly getting even trades, and we continued to rally with XY and Nevsky and Bertrand and Nevsky. So simultaneously both rallies were running on the fort, not at the same time, because now we can't double rally anymore, and all of 1365 is within one coalition now, so it's going to be all single rallies for the rest of the period, it seems. Now let's look at up top and see how 1556 is doing against 1254. It looks like 1556 is, oh no, I spoke too fast. I was going to say that they stabilized a little bit. Now they're not necessarily burning at this stage, their fortresses are not necessarily burning. How, as I say not burning, I see one burning. So out of the 3 forts, one of them burning and other 2 they are trying to hold. Now we went towards 1556 a little bit as well. For a few hours JST was fighting there and we burned a few forts, and then 1875 is still burning few forts around 1254. Now they're not physically there fighting anymore, it's just they put the burn on. Now I see quite a few interesting markers, and it looks like we are asking our bigger players to teleport around a specific area. Now I wonder why that could be. Now whilst we are wondering, let's look at a report. It's XY and Nevsky against a Zenobia YSS and even Stevens again. Now let's look at the map again and see why we had those markers, because we were going to drop a fort. So the R Force have given us a beautiful line of markers to follow so that we can kind of walk across as a group so that we can get to the destination where we can put a sneaky fort in. So I have managed to get 4 of my marches, maybe 3 of my marches there, and the others got kind of under attack. Now yes, so the 4th march is almost dying and it's dead. So how we are going to get there now is by doing fort rallies. So there's going to be plenty of fort rallies from the whole alliance close to the fort that we are building. By fort rallies I mean barbed fort rallies, as you can see, so that we can get our marches safely or relatively safely all the way up there. Now up top 1254 is still putting the pressure on 1556, so forts are not really burning, but then they have a lot more presence than we do. Now what's happening down south is we're still trying to burn the fort from 1875, but then at the same time we are defending our fort further down south, the sneaky fort as well. So we got one more rally report to look at, so let's see what it is. So yep, quite even again, so nothing special. XY Nevsky against Jadwiga and YSS. So Jadwiga YSS or Zenobia YSS, XY Nevsky is somewhat trading evenly, not necessarily trading heavily positively when both are reinforced properly. Now I have seen some reports where it's extremely favorable for the rally leaders, and that's generally the case when the rallies are happening up top, because 1254 completely owns the field. That's why most of their rallies, doesn't matter what they're rallying with and doesn't matter what the garrison is, they are getting extremely favorable trade. So that's a credit to 1254, not necessarily the commanders in question. So whether it be Gilgamesh or Nebu, or whether it be XY and Nevsky, or Bertrand or Nevsky, or Pakal or Harold, every single one of them had much more positive trades compared to what was happening down south, where 1875 is surprisingly doing well. They're not necessarily winning, I would say, but then at the same time, when it comes to putting up a resistance, they're doing a very good job. Now, whilst I'm going through the rally reports, you may have noticed that we did see few archer rallies kind of come in play. So throughout the first 24 hours, there were no archer rallies at all. It was just cavalry, and in some cases infantry, just for the tanking. But then in most cases it's either XY and Nevsky or XY. In terms of garrison, it has been mostly Jadwiga and YSS, in some cases switching to Zenobia and YSS. Now we are 36 hours into pass opening, and I'm going to try to look through few more reports what has been happening whilst we were sleeping, and we'll look at the map positioning again and see if there has been any major changes. So we got a report from Yura here, and Yura is a garrison specialist from 1365, and you can see that she has been garrisoning with Jadwiga and YSS. That has been her go-to garrison this KVK, I would say. And just checking out her buffs as well, heavily on cav defense, heavily on cav health, cav attack quite low, but that's probably the way to go anyways in KVKs. Now I just wanted to see the support skills as well. So she's using the Belisarius skill, and she's using the Joan of Arc skill, not using the Saladin skill damage reduction skill, not using the health debuff from Chandra either. Now as we go through few more rallies, as I was saying earlier, you would see that most of the 1254 rallies are trading positively, and again that's a very long rally that's probably gonna look like in favor of 1254. Again, credit to 1254, but then I'm still going to say that when it comes to picking commanders for which rally to use when, I think we should be looking at more evenly fought situations. And the 1365 versus 1875 fighting now after 36 hours is quite in favor of 1365 as well. So rally reports that we will get from now on may not be as reliable either. Now whilst I say that, I see a archer rally, Nebu versus YSS. So this is, as much as we probably have a better field position, this is probably going to go in favor of the garrison, and it does slightly, but it does. So going back to what we were talking about, so in terms of picking the rally garrison commanders, tonight I'll try to have a look at the rally reports from when the pass 7 opened until the first 12 hours, and try to go through all the rally reports that we have, because that's the 12-hour period when 1875 and 1365 was fighting somewhat evenly, and the rally reports will probably be a bit more reliable in terms of finding out which meta rally is doing better or which garrison to use when. So we will be doing a separate report there. Now as you can see, our fort in the 1875 area has grown with flags, and we are burning quite a bit there. Now if we look up top, let's see whether 1556 has managed to hold. So I can see the fort standing there. It's under pressure. It's still holding. It's under heavy pressure though. So 1254 is picking one fort at a time to burn. I think the top one, yep, so the top one is still burning. It was repairing for a little bit, but then now it's burning, and then they are now looking at the V56 fort. So we'll keep an eye out on that throughout the day and see how that goes. The fighting up top is quite legendary and 1254 looks like a very strong kingdom. Now 1846 level strong king, and we look forward to fighting them in Kingsland. Now if you like this video and want to follow us through to our journey to Kingsland, make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of those upcoming videos.